Welcome to AM Best Audio.
The outdoor insurance market is a fast-evolving niche within the broader specialty insurance sector, shaped by shifting risk landscapes, climate pressures, and the growing demand for outdoor experiences. As carriers refine how they underwrite recreation, events, and venue-based exposures, expertise in specialty product development has never been more important. I'm John Weber for Best Review Magazine, and I'm speaking today with Hollie Campe-Astridge, Assistant Vice President in the Sports and Recreation Department at Philadelphia Insurance Cos, about how insurers are approaching outdoor-related risks. Hollie, so glad you could join us today.
Thanks, John. I'm happy to be here.
So, Hollie, what does Philly cover for the outdoor market?
So it's actually a broad suite of products that we offer, things like hunting and fishing guides, resort lodges, RV parks and campgrounds, shooting ranges. Basically, if it's outdoors and it fits our appetite, we're willing to take a look at most things, which is very exciting.
What are the largest businesses or industries that are part of that market?
Right. Well, it kind of varies depending on where you are geographically. Out west, we see a lot of the hunting and fishing guides and some of the resort lodges. We see a lot of resort lodges in the southeast as well, and shooting ranges as well in the southeast. So it just kind of depends on where it is located, but there's a lot out there. This portion of the economy generates approximately $1.2 trillion.
Hollie, how are carriers partnering with agents and brokers to manage property risk?
Yeah, so there's a lot going on, but part of what the carriers are doing is providing loss control services. This includes things like wildfire mitigation, snow load assessments, dock and electrical safety reviews, and equipment storage practices. So talking about best practices with our insureds. And then we also provide things like education and training resources for insureds, including things like safety manuals, staff training, waiver and hold harmless agreement help, and operation guidelines tailored to the outdoor activities. So it can vary depending on the various types of activities that the insured offers.
What economic conditions are impacting the outdoor space?
Just like in any part of the economy, there are some positive conditions and some headwinds. So some of the positive conditions that we're seeing is sustained participation growth post-pandemic. A lot of these businesses were able to continue operating during the pandemic, and we've continued to see growth even though we are post-pandemic. As well, we're seeing health and wellness trends that are continuing to support demand for outdoor experiences. People want to get outdoors, and we're continuing to see the growth because of that. Now, some of the headwinds that we're seeing are things like inflation and construction cost increases. So we're seeing rising replacement cost values and property limits for lodges, cabins, and remote facilities. We're also seeing some climate-driven property risk, such as wildfire exposure, inconsistent snowfall, flooding, and storm severity, especially for states out west and mountain states. We're in Colorado, and we are in the middle of a snow drought right now.
So, Hollie, I've got to ask, what are the benefits of working with Philly?
So one of the ones that I really like to talk about and really like to emphasize is the experience of our underwriting team. We have an underwriting team that's been handling outdoor products for 25 plus years. And that brings with it a wealth of knowledge. These underwriters understand the marketplace. They understand the risks that our insureds are seeing, the challenges that they're facing. And that really helps us to put ourselves in our insured's shoes and help them to place the coverages that they need. We can provide them with the kinds of coverages and the kind of support that they need. As well, we also provide risk management services. I kind of mentioned that a little bit before, but providing those manuals, those safety manuals, those staff training, and the operational guidelines really helps our insureds with risk management and risk mitigation. So there's a number of things, but I'm most proud of my underwriting team. They stand very strong by their underwriting.
Hollie, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us today.
Thank you so much for inviting me, John.
That was Hollie Campe-Astridge, Assistant Vice President in the Sports and Recreation Department at Philadelphia Insurance Companies. And I'm John Weber for Best Review Magazine.
Looking to get the full attention of the insurance industry? We have the platforms that will do just that. Whether it be AM Best TV, AM Best Audio, Best Review Magazine, or Best Day. Find out more by calling AM Best Advertising Sales at 908-439-2200, extension 5399, and have a great day.